Give you a clean, you're a bit dirty. Today, buying a drone. I do a lot of content and filming for YouTube, and a drone would be ideal for us for certain shots. So we're just on our way to a little shop called Drone Safe in Chichester, which is, they stock a lot of the DJI drones and things and such like. So we're going to go and have a chat with them, see if we can find a drone best suited for what we want it for, which obviously something small because we use motorbikes, something that we can use in the trucks. So we're out in the daily today, the Volvo V70. I'll give you a quick tour. This is the XC70. This is the passenger seat. That's the driver's seat. Here's the dash. It is beige and full grandad spec. Even has a bit of walnut trim, look.
Bentley spec.
Bentley spec. We currently loaded up with shit. I don't know why we've all got it on the back seats and not in the boot, but we were going to bring the dogs, but then we decided not to because one of the dogs can't walk very well. So yeah, you get to see us. This fucking, I'm talking like I'm a fucking vlogger, man. Like, you get to see us, like. So anyway, into the drone shop. Let's go and have a look at some drones. I like the little range.
So you set LiDAR to 0.5 metre and you physically can't crash it into anything.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, it is me driving, I probably could crash it.
So when we're in the vehicle, for example...
That follows as well.
40 mile an hour.
Well, I mean, that's pretty good.
Buying a drone. What are we doing?
Spending money.
Spending money. Spending lots of money. Yes, we're going for one of these. I think that will upgrade our game significantly.
Just get one of them. Stick one of my cameras on it.
Bought a drone. It was £1,000. But all the things we could do with it. What do you do with a drone? Go and film a crop circle. So we've just found, or it was posted yesterday, I think it was, that a crop circle appeared up in Swindon. So we are on our way to Swindon to go and film a crop circle. I've never been to one before in real life. Marv obviously has been to one before, and I was rather gutted about it. So this one popped up, and yeah, film it with a drone. So we are on a mini adventure to go and see some crop circles, right?
Yep.
Bit of a history about crop circles. So crop circles really, well, we're not really too sure when crop circles first started appearing, but they've been more commonly appearing since the 1970s in mostly the English countryside, specifically around Wiltshire and Dorset. I don't know a lot about crop circles, to be honest. I've always liked crop circles. I've always found them quite fascinating to see.
Are they aliens or are they man-made?
Are they man-made? Are they aliens? Like, there's a lot of conspiracy chat. I think in the 1980s, or it was the early 1990s, I cannot remember which, the BBC, I think it was, televised a whole thing about where they interviewed these two guys that apparently they were the ones that were doing all these crop circles with planks of wood and bits of string. Now, conspiracy theorists will say that this was put out there to make people not believe in crop circles. Oh look, it's the Popo. Check that out. Fuck you, Mr. Popo. I just did an Ali G. I was like, yeah, fuck up. They did this documentary basically trying to prove that crop circles were man-made. Conspiracy theorists will say that they put that out there so that you wouldn't believe that they were made by, we don't know what, whether that's aliens or spirits or UFOs or... But since, well, yeah, we don't know, do we? So since the 1970s, they've been more commonly photographed and televised. And some of them are absolutely stunning. I'll flash up some pictures of some previous crop circles that have been done. The more modern crop circles are not quite as good as the old ones. Now, is that because the guys that maybe were doing the original ones are too old to do it now and some new guys are having a go? Or maybe the aliens have dumbed down what we can see because we're not as smart as we used to be? Fuck knows. But I find the whole mystique and conspiracy theories and everything behind crop circles are so fascinating. Let's give you some facts. So the earliest recorded account of a crop circle was in 1678 from an English pamphlet titled The Mowing Devil, or Strange News Out of Hertfordshire. It told the story of a farmer who, refusing to pay the mowers high rates, swore the devil would harvest the crop instead. The next morning, perfectly round circles were found in the oat field, which locals blamed on a demonic entity. In 1991, two hoaxers, Doug Bowler and Dave Chorley, took credit for creating over 200 crop circles throughout England in wildly reported interviews. The number of reports of crop circles increased substantially after interviews with them, and in the United Kingdom, reported circles are not distributed randomly across the landscape, but appear near roads, areas of medium to dense population, and cultural heritage monuments, such as Stonehenge and Avesbury. They usually appear overnight. Nearly half of all crop circles found in the UK in 2003 were located within a 9-mile radius of Avesbury stone circles, which I've been to Avesbury. Absolutely phenomenal place to visit. If you want to go and see some stone circles and you don't want to pay the full price that Stonehenge are charging to go and look at Stonehenge, Avesbury, it's like a runway with a set of stone circles, and the whole village is inside these massive stone circles. And there's a massive, what would you call it? Not like a moat. What's the mound they built around Avesbury as well to go with the stone? Yeah. Trench or a moat, and you're telling me that cavemen built this with fucking sticks or planks of wood and shoulder blades? It's mad. Honestly, it is utter madness. And around that area, you've obviously got Silsbury Hill, which, in my opinion, is a massive UFO landing pad. You've got Stonehenge, you've got Woodhenge. There is so many historical landmarks in that area. And also incorporate that in with all the crop circles. It's just a mad place.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side.
Keep doing the shot one, like looking down, turning my camera on with my double chin. Because I turned the camera on first. We are now in the county of Wessex. We're in Hungerford. How far are we away? We are 24 minutes away from our destination. We do need to pull over and actually get the drone out and set it up and kind of try and figure out at least what we're doing. This will be it. We'll take it out, put it up in the air, and then it'll fuck off and we'll lose it forever. It's just been £1,000. No, we did get insurance, so we can take it back in a million pieces if we want, and they'll replace it.
Rain, it won't be able to use it anyway.
And or it's going to fucking rain because it looks like there's a pretty dark cloud up there. And then the road's really wide. Look how big this fucking road is. Like,
I've seen these roads before. They're huge.
these are like a car and a half wide, which for the UK is massive.
Holding the best of me out of my
comes with a case, soft case. Bzz. Looks like a bug. That's the batteries. And then its little knobs. Fancy. We have, okay, so you get a spare set of blades. Now they come with grey and orange ones. But quite a lot of blades. What's that, foreshadowing, is it?
Yeah, sticking it.
Charger cable. Parked in a car park down over there, and we're just walking down this track here, which has an absolutely beautiful view, by the way. We're going to go and look for one crop circle.
Yep.
Let's see if we can find it at least. We think we know where it is based on other footage we've seen on the interweb of where it is, and then using a bit of cross-referencing with Google Earth, we kind of think we found where it is. So we're just heading in that general direction and see where it takes us, really. Currently walking down this path, and then all of a sudden, suddenly dawned on us, this might actually be a road. So we could go and get the car, maybe, which is back up that way. But there is a van down there. He's just checking out his TW2 app now, which should tell us on the TW2 app.
Yeah.
This is a green lane.
It says part-time TRO, and that is when. Yeah.
OMG, right, let's walk back, shall we, and go and get the car.
We're on some green lanes. Loads of them, look.
I think you might be able to see it from the other side of these trees. We'll have a quick look, and then we'll go and get the car. Oh yeah, it's down there. You can just about. It's like right down there and that little bit down there. Can't see it from here. Marv's gone back to go and get the car because this is an actual green lane and nice bit of off-roading for the XC. Well, no, you could call this an off-road. Well, technically it's not tarmac, right? It's like the Shire. I feel like I'm traversing the depths of Hobbiton right now. I'm going to see Bilbo Baggins down the bottom there tending to a crop. Oh, there it is! I can see it! It's just over there. You might not see it from the view on this, but because we're super wide. Super wide. I didn't bring my dead cat, so the mic might be a bit breezy. But yeah, come down from up there, walking down a track, then we've got to walk along there, and it's behind those trees. We were just talking then, like, this is a commissioned piece, as far as I'm aware, i.e. so man-made, so they paid the farmer off. There is a Bradley Walsh documentary coming out about crop circles, so whether it was made for that, that's a speculation at the moment. But I was thinking, it's not that, it's all right, it's a nice crop circle, but it's not that elaborate. I'm thinking, fuck me, you had all the time in the world and the permission to make one, and it's a bit crap. Considering they used to do it back in the 90s in the fucking dark, without any permission, and made them huge. But yeah, we'll see. people already in the crop circle, always is. Well, I say always is, I've never been to one, and I'm being one of those people that is going to be in the crop circle with everybody else. Just come along that path and... Oh yeah, hills have eyes. Tell you what though, I'd fucking live in that. I'd happily live there. Now we look like proper YouTubers now. Come around the corner with cameras.
Yeah, it's quite a convenient place to have it, isn't it?
Yeah, what with a loo.
Yeah.
They have a toilet break, they can make themselves something to eat.
Camp out, they've all sat down here and had a go, haven't they?
Yeah, now we've got to find a place to get into it. So yeah, you could go up the top of that hill and have a look at it. You might be able to, there's a path in the corner there, so we'll take that path on the way back out and then get a good view of it coming from down.
Yeah.
I'm going to be one of them guys, I'm just going to walk straight in because you know what, I don't give a fuck. We are in the crop circle. You can't really get a scale of how big it is, to be honest. But we'll go up there later and get some shots of it down. And also we'll get the drone out at some point. There was some picnic benches over there which we can go and sit on and get the drone out. We're going to launch the drone, hopefully it's going to go up there, and then we're going to get that fucking crop circle that is over there. Look at the sky. I'm in love with the sky down here. I feel like I'm in the middle of Utah or somewhere. It's gorgeous.
Take off.
Oh my god, look at it, it's like a fucking...
Home point updated. That's forward. That's backwards. Left. Right. And then how do you go left? How do you... Oh, that's that way. Camera. Just like that.
And then zoom is the other wheel. Oh my god, how cool is it? Oh my god, how cool is that? Wow! So that was a day out buying a new drone and visiting a crop circle, which I've never done before. So all new for me. I've switched my phone because I left my DJI over at the with Marv because we were playing with the drone. And yeah, one fucking crop circle. Like, how fucking cool is that? Now I'm about to drive home. See you in the next one.